Roman Reigns was furious with ex-WWE champion's claims of kicking his *** in a legit street fight. Hello guys. Welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Roman Reigns' leadership over the locker room was dominant ever since his early years on the main roster. In part, back in 2016, when former WWE star Enzo Amore was seemingly acting rowdy and creating an unpleasant situation for stars on a WWE tour, Roman Reigns stepped up and took control of the matter. In 2021, Matt Riddle was paired with Randy Orton. Soon, they started calling themselves RK Bro and were two-time Raw Tag Team Champions. During the Tag Team title unification match in May 2022, the Bloodline, led by Roman Reigns, attacked Randy Orton and Matt Riddle. An incident with the steel steps forced the Viper to be out of in-ring action for nearly 2 years. Riddle was in it for himself and feuded with the OTC to get revenge. Riddle was interviewed by TMZ Sports, where he reflected on instances when he ended up rubbing people the wrong way in WWE. He cited his claim of being able to beat up Roman Reigns if they were in a cage or on the street. Even Roman Reigns at one point, I rubbed the wrong way. They get really angry when you spit facts. So if I say you're hard to work with and you can't fight, CM Punk gets really mad, right? If I said Goldberg, you're a terrible wrestler and you injured people, he gets mad. Roman, they asked me to talk crap about Roman. I told everybody, hey, he might beat me in the ring, but if we were in a cage or in the street, I'd beat the hell out of him. And he knows that, and I know that, and everybody else knows that, and Roman got upset about that. 2303-2331. Matt Riddle was released from WWE in 2023 and has been associated with MLW since 2024. Matt Riddle revealed WWE's plans of an RK Bro betrayal. In the same interview with TMZ Sports, the MLW World Heavyweight Champion revealed WWE had planned for Randy Orton to turn on him during their RK Bro run. The 39-year-old star argued that he was relatively new to the wrestling scene as compared to the Viper. He pitched that he would go against Orton instead, and WWE officials agreed. I was like, so if anything, I would like to turn on Randy. And Randy agreed. The Office agreed. Now granted, Randy got hurt and ended up leaving. And then I had my feud with Roman. I had my feud with Seth Rollins, etc. But yeah, I think the plan was originally him turn on me, but then when I explained what I thought would happen, they all agreed. And then they were probably going to have me turn on Randy turn heel. And I was very much so looking forward to that, not just because of the matches, but being able to dive into a different version of my character. 2013-2046. While Randy Orton was recovering from back surgery, Matt Riddle was released from WWE. The Viper returned at Survivor Series War Games in 2023 to join Team Cody Rhodes against the Judgment Day. Xavier Woods wants $18,000 from Penta over a hat, and they'll settle it on Raw. Xavier Woods isn't just looking for a win on this week's WWE Raw, he's looking to settle a very expensive score. The New Day star says Penta owes him a whopping $18,000 for damaging what he calls his favorite hat. The bad blood is boiling over into a one-on-one match that promises as much personal drama as in-ring action. The Og. 18 episodes streaming live on Netflix from Philadelphia's Wells Fargo Center also features appearances by Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Rhea Ripley, and more, but make no mistake, all eyes in the building will be on that hat. What happened on Raw last week? The Og. 11 show had some surprises, from a shockingly hostile Asuka shoving Io Sky to Naomi being unable to compete after she was not medically cleared for the show. There was also the announcement of a massive match set for Clash in Paris, as Seth Rollins will defend his World Heavyweight Championship against LA Knight, CM Punk, and Jey Uso. Here's a complete list of last week's matches. What happened on Raw last week? The Og. 11 show had some surprises, from a shockingly hostile Asuka shoving Io Sky to Naomi being unable to compete after she was not medically cleared for the show. There was also the announcement of a massive match set for Clash in Paris, as Seth Rollins will defend his World Heavyweight Championship against LA Knight, CM Punk, and Jey Uso. Here's a complete list of last week's greatest WWE matches, Reality Era Edition. The reality era was a time of massive transition in world wrestling entertainment. As a company, they were moving away from the stars that had been carrying them for a decade. It was a huge step into the void for WWE. They were unsure of who was going to be the one to carry that mantle. What everyone could rest assured of, though, is the fact that WWE was still able to book some phenomenal matches. Matches that blended the old and young guard perfectly, showcased a great new crop of talent, or showed that two old-timers still got it. They were the matches that carried the era, and below is a list of these matches. Team Cena versus Team Authority, Survivor Series 2014. The Authority was at its height during the reality era. They had control of everything and everyone as they dominated the majority of television. The audience was ready for a change, and they got some semblance of that in what is a top 3 Survivor Series match. This Survivor Series elimination match had massive stakes, but the action started sluggish. It was headed down a bad path until Dolph Ziggler stepped in and gave a performance of a lifetime. The action heated up once he got involved, and the crowd was all over it. His comeback is the thing of legend, and it's exactly what a Survivor Series elimination match should be. Ziggler was the star of the company that night. AJ Styles versus John Cena, SummerSlam 2016. Fans were salivating when AJ Styles debuted at the Royal Rumble. His presence in WWE meant that there were numerous dream matchups that we were about to see. The biggest of which was the face that ran the place, John Cena. They were the two biggest stars, and when they locked horns, they created magic. The best of which was their amazing SummerSlam encounter. There was a huge clash of styles here, pun intended, but that made the match that much better. Both men knew what they had and worked their butts off to live up to expectations. Cena displayed a deeper technical side, while Styles demonstrated his brawling skill set. Their match was exactly what we wanted it to be and included the rare Cena job. Styles going over clean was a shock and elevated an already phenomenal wrestling match. Kevin Owens versus John Cena, Elimination Chamber 2015. John Cena had a huge target on his back during the reality era. He was not the Super Cena that we all knew. There were dents in the armor, and he was ripe for the picking. NXT champion Kevin Owens saw this and pounced on Cena, producing some compelling television throughout the summer. All of their matches were fantastic, but all sit in second place behind Cena and Owens' first encounter. This match was about power more than anything. Both men used power to gain the advantage, but it was the story that stole the show. These were the best two storytellers in the company, and we felt tremendous emotion during this match. We didn't want the contest to end, but were surprised when it did, with Cena doing yet another job. It was a huge boost for Kevin Owens' career and a pivot in John Cena's Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose, Royal Rumble 2016. Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens were the joy of WWE's mid-card. Their feud brought back some prestige to the Intercontinental Championship. Their program overshadowed most World Championship angles. It was a wild ride that concluded with one of the best last man standing matches in WWE history. This was what you wanted in a last man standing match. Owens and Ambrose threw away the traditional slow start with a frenzied pace that didn't let up. They used every weapon that they could to put the other one down and included some great near finishes with the 10 dash count. The action was great and led up to a great finishing bump by Kevin Owens. This match needs to be on everyone's watch list if it isn't already.